35 years ago, 25 years ago, 15 years ago, 5 years ago, 3 years ago. Today. How are you today, sir? Agent Anthony Chu, FDA. I'd like to ask you, you got no right to hassle me. I'm not dealing chicken. I'm not cooking chicken. I've got nothing to do with chicken. The whole neighborhood has gone to hell, and it's all your fault. Whoa, Grandpa, whoa. We don't want to hear it. 35 years I work and sweat to make an honest living, and you government stormtroopers march in and shut down my livelihood. Look here. I didn't much give a damn about chicken before the sky got lit up with flaming alien writing, and I sure don't give a damn about it now. Difference is, now our bosses don't give a damn either. That's not true, sir. Chicken is still very much illegal. However, there has been some, temporary restructuring of assets and assignments due to recent events. So we're currently focusing on other matters of national security. To the best of your recollection, sir, have you seen this man? Name's Migdalo, Daniel. Excuse me for a moment. Christ, John, it's barely past breakfast. How much have you had to drink? As much as I could. You got breath mints or something? Sure I do, Ton, but I figure I need 'em more than you. That's what I meant, idiot. Huh? We've still got a job to do, Agent. Maybe you do. I fail to see the freaking point. It's the end of the world, man. Why should we even bother? We don't know that. Oh, yeah? What do you think that is? Up there, in a sky. Agent Valenzano, it's Chu. Agent Colby is, taking a personal day, and I was wondering... Yeah, that's right. Another one. You feel like working a case with me? The United States Food and Drug Administration is the most powerful law enforcement agency on the planet. Its primary charge is to enforce a government prohibition upon the sale, preparation, and consumption of poultry. This prohibition was enacted 3 years earlier, after 23 million people in the United States and 116 million around the globe died as a result of a deadly avian flu outbreak. A week ago, the skies of planet Earth are lit with a strange, fiery message, written in a script that the world's foremost linguists have not even come close to deciphering. Some people believe it is a sign from God. Others maintain this is some sort of first contact with an advanced alien race. There are other theories as well, but pretty much everyone agrees the appearance of this strange fire writing is not a good thing. And suddenly the enforcement of a chicken prohibition no longer seems like a priority. Soon. So, who we looking for anyway? This guy went AWOL just after the skywriting went up. Migdalo, Daniel. No shit. I know this guy. FDA, right? Yeah. Intelligence Division. Consulted on some cases for us a ways back. Me and Savoy. He's one of you guys. A food guy. What you call, Vorsophic. Then, Agent Migdalo, we were most appreciative of the assistance you provided in regards to General Juntong-Ju's biological weapon, and we would be exceedingly grateful if you would lend us your unique expertise once again on another case that is proving to be particularly vexing. Nasty murder, and we don't have time to get a full workup from forensics. Sure, I'll take a look, but I need something. Already got you covered, boss. You figure a half-dozen-foot-long chili cheese dogs will do the trick? It should. Shooters are two Caucasian males. The first is 34 years old, 5'11", 240 pounds, left-handed, and uses a .38 caliber. Ex-boxer, has a slight limp from a hip injury sustained in the ring. The other is 28, 5'6", 167 pounds, right-handed, and favors a 9mm. Been a professional hitter for at least a decade, and has been previously incarcerated for approximately 18 months. Likely in Ashwood Federal Correctional, but possibly Cumberland. Sorry I couldn't be more specific. Now, Appleby didn't mention that. Oh yeah, smartest guy you ever met. As so long as he's eating. What, you got something? Canvassed half this block before you showed up. Listened to every damn person in the neighborhood complain about the FDA and chicken prohibition. Got yelled at for every damn problem every one of them ever had. Including noisy grocery delivery trucks every night to an apartment over on Walnut Avenue. Let's roll! Hold on, gotta take this. Damn it, this is supposed to be a secure line. I know, isn't that hilarious? Guess with all this craziness going on lately, mine as a security clearance tops your FDA security clearance, which is why I called Tony. I got promoted, can you believe it? I can't talk right now, Tony. They're gonna keep me stateside. No more Arctic Observatory transfer. They assigned me to be part of some task force investigating UFOs and that sort of stuff. I got a fat raise, too. A crazy fat raise. I was thinking we should do something to celebrate, and I have a friend who can get us a table at La Rive. Tony, this is a bad time. That might not mean anything to you, but Amelia will appreciate it. And I already checked the menu out. They make a mean beet salad. So invite Amelia, invite her, or I will. Damn it, Tony, I've got to call you back. Daniel Migdalo, this is Agent Caesar Valenzano with the FDA. If you're there, open up, because we're coming in. I was thinking about inviting Chow, too, but I can understand if you don't want me to. I really gotta call you back, Tony. What with things being so rocky between you two lately? Tony? Daniel Migdalo.
The limit as n approaches infinity of the sum of the reciprocals of the prime numbers, the Fourier transform of a Schwartz function of the Heisenberg group, the characteristic polynomial of a singular matrix with a Jordan canonical form, the solution to the Navier-Stokes equation for turbulent flow in a non-homogeneous medium.
Stay where you are, Agent Migdalo. We don't want any trouble. Shit. A little help here. Hey, fat boy, come and get it. What in the hell was that?
I don't know, but I wouldn't go and eat any of that crazy motherfucker if I was you.
No?
I wouldn't. I mean, you want to run the risk of whatever was in his head getting into your head, and you ended up like that? That night, road splat from some of that missing Vor sofa guy. Scraped it up when Agent Chu was looking the other way, big man.
Intriguing.
Son of a... Is that what I think it is?
Indeed it is, Agent. The future, the inevitable. Leave it be, and let us attend to matters of importance.
That's a lot of money you spending on chicken, old man. How you gonna afford your adult diapers this month? Mind your own dang business, you little thug.
And the next morning, End Flambé, Chapter 1. Prologue. This is the Fisher-Acrosha International Space Station. It was built as part of a collective agreement between the respective space agencies of the American and Russian governments and staffed by a crew of top astronauts and cosmonauts. Completed 2 years before the onset of the avian flu pandemic, Fisher-Acrosha contains more dedicated laboratory modules than other stations of its size, and research specialization ranges from low-gravity botany and zoology to protein, crystal, and tissue culture development, as well as tracking levels of interstellar radiation. Several weeks ago, the skies of planet Earth are lit with a strange, fiery message written in a thus far indecipherable script that NASA scientists believe to be of extraterrestrial origin. Since then, the primary charge of those aboard Fisher-Acrosha has been to monitor and study this strange phenomenon.
At precisely 9:47 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time, all life support monitoring and communication systems were cut between the satellite station and NASA ground technicians. 4 minutes later, a catastrophic explosion ripped through one of Fisher-Crocio's primary labs. And NASA does not have the slightest idea what happened. Francis Bacon High School, home of the Shaken Bacons. Food fight! End prologue. Seriously, Chu, maybe it's time to start thinking about homeschooling as an option for that little gal of yours. We got a motive here? Wedgie! Swirly! Locker box! Lunch money larceny! Prom prank pig's blood! Photoshop slander! About what you'd expect. How about a name? Peter Pilaf. Poor bastard. Name like that, even I want to beat him up and stuff him in a trash can. How much time we got? 45 minutes till the deadline. Plenty of time. Principal Serrano, Agent Colby, FDA Special Crimes. Need the academic files on the Pilaf kid. Disciplinary notes, any papers he's turned in that teachers might still be holding on to. Anything at all that might give us some insight into that twisted little head of his. Also, need to question one of your students. Chu. Olive Chu.
Right away, Agent Colby.
What? What the hell, John? Olive's a smart girl. She might be able to give us some unvarnished perspective on this punk.
Hey, Uncle John. Dad.
Hiya, half-pint. Got a couple of questions about your boyfriend, Peter Pilaf.
What? Peter Pilaf is not my boyfriend.
Ease up, kiddo. I'm just pulling your leg. I know he's not your boyfriend. But you like him, right?
No!
You know, when you sneer like that, I can really see the family resemblance.
Tick-tock, Colby. Stop screwing around.
All right. Listen, Olive, honey. You were in the cafeteria when it all went down, right?
No.
Liar! Did you know this kid? Did anybody have any idea he was capable of something like this?
Well, there's a rumor about something that happened in family and consumer science class a few weeks back.
Huh?
Home ec. He baked something in class, and it made the girls... That is, he made the girls do stuff. The girls don't really talk about it. I'm not sure they can even remember it.
Were you in that class?
Me? Take a food class? With my family history? Are you kidding?
Liar! Alrighty, Olive Loaf. Thanks for the 411. Run along, girl. We gotta get back to work. Nice kid. You sure you two are related?
Excuse me, Mr. Colby.
Agent Colby.
Here's the file we have on Peter Pilaf.
How about we pretend I'm a busy man, and you give me the Cliff's Notes version?
Not much to say. Peter was a model student, active in the chess club, astronomy club, student leadership council.
A dweeb, in other words. Catnip for assholes, jocks, and bullies.
I think something changed in Peter when the fire writing went up in the sky. He wrote some poems for English class talking about the end of the world. Really dark stuff. Said he wasn't going to let himself get kicked around anymore. Said he wanted to end things on his own terms.
Uh-huh. How much time we got?
25 minutes.
Fuck it. Let's do this thing.
Hold up, Colby. We gotta at least wait until the deadline is passed. Let the negotiation team have a shot at bringing in those hostages peacefully. Applebee's orders.
And risk another half-dozen bodies dropping? I don't think so. Listen, Tony, the good guys need to win today, and win big. Government's been defunding the FDA and throwing our money at NASA ever since those weird fucking letters appeared in the sky. Right there going, there's not even gonna be an FDA pretty soon. Come on! Yo, Poindexter, FDA, we're coming in. No guns, we just want to talk.
Not another step, douchebags.
Or Or I complete this recipe and everybody in this room dies, including you two. Here's a newsflash. That helicopter you ordered ain't coming to fly you out of the country, and the government ain't giving you no ransom. You might kill everybody in this room, but after that, you got no bargaining chips. What you gonna do after that, doofus? Then I press this button on my phone, and the recipe uploads onto the internet. I figure a few 100,000 die before you put that genie back in the bottle. Jeez, you food weirdos keep getting weirder. What the hell is this kid anyway? No freaking idea. Now, you bitches can go out and tell your bosses to get me that money and get me that helicopter. You hear me? What's our move here, John? John? What the fuck is this?
Not much later. You did that with the Bluetooth in your head?
Some damn thing anyway. Can't keep track of all the high-tech shit in this wacky robot noggin.
You got an internal clock in there too?
Of course.
Good. Stop asking me what time it is every 20 minutes.
Hey, how's about a little gratitude? Son of a bitch! Case is closed, my man. Why are you still going on with that little Peckerwood's file?
Look here. Pilaf was in astronomy club, spearheaded an effort to get letters from his club emailed up to the astronauts aboard the Fisher-Acroccia space station.
So?
The same space station that blew apart last night under mysterious circumstances. Says the club prepared a package that included essays, tribute, poems, notes, even a recipe.
Son of a bitch!
I gotta tell Tony.
Hey, I want a word with this little shit. You know, kid, I almost felt sorry for you, because they're gonna lock you away so far and so deep in an FDA prison you're not ever gonna see the light of day. And then maybe you're not completely at fault because it sounds like you took a lot of shit here before you finally pushed back. But with everything going on, you're killing astronauts? Maybe I got you all wrong. Maybe you're just a twisted damn monster who's gonna get exactly what he deserves. Get him out of here.
What? No, that wasn't me. I wouldn't. I didn't. I would never.
Epilogue. The Laptev Sea, Northern Siberia.
Hup, hup. Welcome back, comrade. Do you have the files? Downloaded from NASA mainframe, as commanded. And the others? Already dead, as commanded. This is what he wanted. A gulliberry grown in space. You have done well, my servant. Come, you have much to tell me. End Flambé, Chapter 2.
Prologue.
18 months ago. I am fully cognizant that the ingestion of material which is often both offensive and detestable is an unfortunate necessity in my prescribed vocation, but this does little to dissuade my opinion that the consumption of the remains before me would have profoundly deleterious biological consequences. You saying you're not going to eat that, big man? That is precisely what I am saying, Caesar. Don't think you have to worry about eating him. I got it all figured out. Daniel Migdalo, the Vorsov, Mason Savoy, the Cibopath. Pleasure to meet you. Anyway, I think we got all the info we need on this guy. He's one of us, right? FDA, Spooks Division? Doing some cloak and dagger assignment in North Korea? Pizza! Correct. He was assigned to keep an eye on one of the generals over there who's gone off the rails. General Tony Chu, head of the bioweapons division, trying to develop a chemical weapon that's able to mimic the avian flu. This is what our agent was exposed to? Yes and no. It's still in early development stages and will be for some time. In its current incarnation, the gas breaks down too fast, practically useless for any large-scale, effective acts of terrorism. Tony Chu doesn't have the manpower or the brain power to synthesize a stable compound yet. He's about 18 months out. Probably take him a lot longer. So what we supposed to do anyway? My advice? Nothing. There's no guarantee Zhang Tongju will ever stabilize that compound. Even if he does, a lot of things can happen in 18 months. By the time he works it out, maybe it'll be somebody else's problem. End prologue.
The scout troop that was actually an apocalypse death cult. Cannibal Soup Kitchen. Jersey mob boss crossfire. The case of the mad Mounties and the dosed maple syrup. Admit it, Director Appleby, you're trying to kill us, aren't you? Why, Special Agent Colby, whatever are you talking about? I'm on to you, Appleby. You know, it was one thing when you were sending Tony out to eat the grossest stuff you could find, but it's pretty clear you're assigning us to whatever you think has the highest probability of bringing us back in body bags. Well, that certainly is a fascinating theory, Agent Colby, and I would love to discuss it with you further. Unfortunately, you're late for your current assignment, so we'll have to resume this conversation at a later date. Ta-ta! Toodaloo! Arrivederci! Adios! Aloha!
Briefing Room, USDA HQ. Long been unstable and a threat to Western nations, but when the fire writing appeared in the sky, it seems to have pushed General Zhang Tongju over the edge, and our intelligence suggests the bioweapon he's been developing is nearly complete. So our mission is to take out the paranoid general and his heavily guarded chemical lab with extreme prejudice. I just want to take a moment to commend you all for your bravery, dedication, and devotion to the job. Make no mistake about it, agents. This will be your toughest mission yet, and we don't expect most of you to return alive.
Are you kidding? Appleby volunteered us for a suicide mission? Told you.
Madam Director, a question. What are they doing here? Ah, yes. Our two friends here from the FDA have been brought in as a failsafe, a last resort. These agents have been given a special weapon, and in the event the entire operation goes foobar, they have been tasked to use it and unleash a holy shitstorm of cataclysm from which nobody will survive. Of course, while we are projecting high casualties, I have every confidence you ladies will be able to complete the mission as assigned, and bringing in the FDA to assist us is a wholly superfluous contingency, which you can be sure I argued against most vociferously. Yes, Agent Chu, is it? This special weapon, what is it, a nuke or something? You mean you don't know? Well, isn't that typical? You'll have to excuse us now, gentlemen. The details of this operation are classified, and the last thing we need is any more interruptions and interference from unprepared FDA agents.
Man, these USDA bitches really work my last nerve.
Hey, you Chu? Yeah, this is for you. If things look hopeless, and only if things get hopeless, press the button. And then
whatever's in our little mystery box.
Let's just hope to hell it doesn't come to that, okay? Alrighty, ladies, move out! Hello? No phone calls during classified operations. USDA regulations. Oh, by the way, Lindsay Wu, USDA agent who got herself killed working an assignment with you on Yamapalu, she was a good friend of mine. Elsewhere, Tony?
400 hours.
Go, go, go!
Sound the alarm!
What the hell is this? Command said if we dropped in at night, we'd have the element of surprise. Night? How are we supposed to have night cover with those giant damn flaming alien letters across the sky? Why the hell didn't Command think of that? Ah! Fall back! Everybody retreat! This is a massacre! Agent Chu, press the button! You hear me? Press the goddamn... I guess this is it, partner.
No time to get sappy on me, princess. Press the freaking... This is Pollo. Pollo was exposed to a near-lethal amount of radiation as an egg during the first stages of a government experiment to create mutant super soldiers. Yeah! Trained in exotic martial arts technique by Tibetan Kung Fu fighting monks, and given strange bioenhancements during a rash of farm animal abductions by extraterrestrials. Nah, just kidding. None of that shit is true. Pollo was just really, really badass.
Zhang Tongju understands the writing of the sky. Zhang Tongju understands his rule. Zhang Tongju is to begin the great plague bringer, the herald of the coming apocalypse, and the end of humanity as we know, as we...
What the fuck was that? Concentrated mayhem. Feathers, rage, and hate. Pollo. End Flambé. Chapter 3. The President of the United States assassinated. The Queen of England executed. His Holiness the Pope eliminated. And famed celebrity chef Tony Chu annihilated. Prologue. This is how it would have begun. We are Egg. We believe the fascist government of the United States of America is lying to you about the connection of the avian flu and the fiery alien writing in the sky. We believe the government needs to repeal its prohibition on poultry and fowl. We believe that UFOs exist. Why we believe this is outlined in copious and persuasive detail in Egg's 20-minute manifesto. The Culinary Channel is going to continue this live broadcast while we read our manifesto in its entirety, and if anybody decides to pull the plug, we start killing hostages. Starting with the star of the show. What the fuck are you doing, idiot? If it had actually happened. I already said we're taking over this broadcast. I'm on your side. Huh? I'm Tony Chu. Huh? I was suspended from this very network. I spoke out against the government prohibition. This is my first show in 2.5 years. What? You're fucking up my premiere episode, moron. My big primetime comeback. Stay back. No sudden moves. I've got a gun. We are Egg. Put the gun down, you little punk. Don't make me waste a bullet. Disclaimer. This never happens. End prologue. Here's why. A hell of an agent, my number one. That's right. His name's Chu, and he's the very, very best the FDA has to offer. Brave, whip-smart, dedicated to the job. You're never gonna find an agent like Chu. This fella is top-notch, and that's a guarantee. Psst, Colby, come here. Check this out. Man, you gotta hear the things Appleby is saying about me. I don't get it. He's being so nice? Yeah, dummy. He's been on the phone all morning, talking to other agencies, trying to get you reassigned. Just one day? Not permanent? Are you sure? Well, is it at least dangerous? Better than nothing, I suppose. Come on, dipshit, follow me. Got an assignment for you. Of course you're already familiar with NASA Special Agent Antonel Chu. Hiya, guys. So there's no need for me to introduce you to your new partner. Seriously? You ain't seen nothing yet, brother of mine. All that defunding the FDA is going through, where do you think the money is going? Champagne, sir. Caviar, foie gras, Tojuki bluefin, indica couche. Just beet juice if you got it. No. It's okay if I use the phone while we fly, right? Not against regulations or anything? Tony, you're with NASA today. You can do any flippin' dang thing you want. Hello? Tony! You what? Classified mission? With Tony? Hey, that's great. Well, screw Appleby. I guess the joke's on him, isn't it? Area 51. I didn't even think that place was real.
Oh, well, tell her I said hello and give her a big hug for me. No, not much. Sorta a slow news day. Oh, just a couple reviews to file by the end of the day. One for a really good Thai place that just opened downtown. Basil noodles, pra ram, and masamam curry. Maybe I can read it to you later tonight. Yeah, okay, take care. Yeah, will do. Have a good flight. I love you too. Oh, you two are adorable. So, are you going to tell me what the mission is? Is this about the skywriting? Classified, Tony. Need to know. How can I be on the mission and not need to know? Don't get snippy, Tony. Nobody likes a whiner. Now, come on. The world's not going to save itself. Tony? What's with the weird kid? This is Area 51, a NASA-operated research base shrouded in extreme secrecy, its existence barely acknowledged by the United States government. It has become notorious among the conspiracy-minded as the site of numerous UFO cover-ups. This could not be further from the truth. 3 years ago, the world was devastated by an avian pandemic that killed 23 million in the United States and 116 million worldwide. A failsafe for catastrophic extinction events was enacted, where, in a desperate attempt to protect humanity, every available astronaut was sent into space with payloads of white wine, Viagra, and MP3s of smooth jazz, and given only a single directive: start fucking. 9 months later, the pandemic had passed, and NASA had a new problem to contend with. Children conceived in zero gravity, mutated by solar radiation, and nowhere to put them. What's with all the weird kids? Stop asking questions, Mr. Nosy Pants. This is all classified. Isn't it? Aren't you a little classified guy? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You there. What are you doing? Diaper duty special agent. Yeah, we're going to need those. What? Classified. I'm not gonna like this mission, am I? Willikers, Tony, don't be so negative. This way. I'm not fucking eating these, Tony. Of course you're not, Tony. Jeez. Your attention, please. I'm NASA Special Agent Antonio Chu, on assignment with FDA Special Agent Anthony Chu. You've no doubt heard of some of the FDA's unorthodox agents and investigatory techniques. Agent Chu is a cibopath, one of the FDA's specials agents, which means he gets psychic impressions from what he ingests. He's been following a lead on a tainted baby food case, and his investigation has led him here. I hope you'll excuse him momentarily as he gets to the bottom of the case. You don't mean eat the diapers, do you? No reason to let our investigation interfere with your work. You're welcome to stay if you like. Damn it, Tony, I told you there's no way. Cripes, Tony, I know, you're like a broken record. I just needed to clear the room so I could look for something. I figure you just bought us a half an hour of uninterrupted snooping. So there's no tainted baby food case? Gosh, maybe you should have been the rocket scientist of the family. Tony, what is this place? This room in particular, or Area 51 in general? The answer's the same, I suppose. A government depository for all the weird stuff it doesn't know what to do with. And this? Part of that space station that blew up a month or so back, I think. Fisher Acrotia. This section came down in some Kansas cornfield and they brought it back here. Oh, yeah, you worked that case, didn't you? Yeah, listen, Tony, I was serious that I have a mission I'm on. Can you just find something to keep yourself occupied while I... Oh, gross, Tony, that is not what I meant by occupy. Tony, what do you know about vampires? Vampires? For heaven's sake, Tony, there's no such thing as vampires. Yeah, I know. I think he's actually another cibopath. He? Who's he? Tony, what on earth are you talking about? Shut up, both of you! Who the heck are you? Oh, I think this is who I'm after, Tony. Drop the gun, shithead. How did you know? What did he do, Tony? You're going to meet with Egg, aren't you? You've made a deal with them to sell them stuff. This doesn't happen. He's a meteoricist, Tony, and a metallurgist. He's making bullets out of metals from recovered meteors, making special bullets. Jesus, lady, I haven't... How did you know? Gosh, Tony, nice moves. You sure about this, Tony?
Ah!
Now I am. Egg wants to terrorize world governments into following their political agenda, releasing the information they want, and doing whatever they say. This bullet was going to be used to kill the president. And here's one for the Queen of England and the Pope, too. This bullet would have... Tony, I need you to write this one up. Huh? In your report, put it on you. Say you used your power to get the info we needed to stop this thing. I told my supervisor I was tipped off to this case. I need you to be the tip. Tony, nobody at NASA knows about me. Damn it, Antonell. Come on, Tony. I don't want them to treat me like a freak show. Like you get treated. Yeah, okay, I guess. Thanks, Tony. 1 week later.
Agent Tony Chu, congratulations on another promotion.
And also this, epilogue. Look, Chow, you are not bringing that into the house. The hell I'm not. This chicken pavlova is my latest culinary masterpiece, and if I want to make it for Sunday family brunch, I'm gonna. Your chicken pavlova is illegal. Stop being a prick, Tony. Nobody cares. I'm following the law, doing my job. Well, then your job is to be an asshole, and you're really good at your job. Gosh, I hate you. Wish you would die. Do they always fight like this? Always. Always have, always will. And Flambé, Chapter 4. Thursday. Mason?
Snap out of it, big man. What the hell, Mason? The blood from Migdalo. You drank it? A drop, Caesar. I ingested but a single drop. I saw things. There's a connection between those of us with abilities. We serve a purpose, a cosmic purpose, and the skywriting is related somehow. Skywriting? When you say you tasted that stuff, big man? About 11 a.m. with a chanterelle mushroom omelet and a small hot cup of black currant tea. What day, fat man? Friday. Think maybe you need to take a look outside. When exactly did this happen, Caesar? 4 days earlier. Poof. Huh? Yeah? What the fuck? Simply disappeared, leaving no trace in the upper atmosphere that it was ever there, and nobody has any idea how or why. Doesn't matter, that's NASA's jurisdiction. This is ours, the Church of the Divinity of the Immaculate Ova. Egg worshippers? What kind of crackpot shit is that? The kind that predicted the skywriting would come down, Agent Colby, to the day, even to the minute. At least Sister Alani Adobo did, the cult's self-proclaimed prophet and leader. So what? These yo-yos are stockpiling weapons or something? Planning some crazy apocalyptic terrorist shit? And you're sending us in to try and get us killed again? No, not this time. There's a lot of attention on these nutjobs because their savior got her prediction right. My bosses are watching this closely, and their bosses above them. And their bosses, too. Do not screw this one up. You just scope things out quietly. See if they're dangerous or harmless kooks, or if they actually know anything. Then come back with whatever intel you can. Undercover? Undercover. Yo, Tony, I'm totally not wearing underwear under this. I'm not listening, Colby. Blessings of the almighty egg unto you, brother. You're late. The great prophet has nearly completed her reading of the word from the holy text.
The word? Chicken is doom. As it was written in the sky, as I have written in the holy texts, we must not partake in the meat of the chicken. We must not partake in the egg of the chicken. This is the sole commandment we must live by.
the holy word from beyond the stars. The fire in the sky was but a warning. The fire may be gone, but the message remains. The warning is the word, and the word is the law. We must obey the word. Amen. Safeguard the sacred texts, brothers. This concludes our service. Go in peace, my friends, those of you who have been pure and true.
Be nice if we could get our hands on that book. That girl, she look familiar to you?
And for those of you who have not, I urge you to confess. I offer you absolution, holy redemption. Confess your sins. Those of you who have eaten that which is forbidden since the holy fire text went up, raise your hands. Step forward, sinners, and you will be purified. Step forward and be purged of transgression.
This doesn't feel right, John. I think this is a really bad idea. Trust me.
Drink, my friends, and sin shall wash away. All will be forgiven. But first, close your eyes and let us pray. Oh, great and powerful egg.
Come on! What the? That book, the holy text. The priestess handed it off to some monks and they brought it over here.
Those monks?
You're not supposed to be here. Do not make us use force. We are pledged to lead lives of non-violence. Yeah, well, that makes one of us. Damn, never hit a holy man before. Felt good.
That priestess, I know her from somewhere.
This is Alani Sweets Adobo. She was a file clerk, deputy, and administrative assistant for the police department for the Western Pacific Island nation of Yamapalu. When civil war erupted, Alani evacuated, handing over her life savings and several family heirlooms to buy passage on a smuggling boat loaded with the strange native fruit known as the gulzaberry. Adrift for weeks with nothing to eat but the gulzaberry, the other passengers descended to savagery and madness. Alani Adobo was the last on the boat to survive. She subsisted on a diet of gulzaberries, and only gulzaberries, for more than 40 days. On the day she took the final bite of the last remaining fruit, a strange message written in fire appeared in an alien language across the sky. And it was then that she knew the truth, and what she had to do. From where? No freaking idea. How about we sneak this book out of here before these yahoos wake up, get it back to the FDA for analysis, and then I can uplink to the database and see what I can come up with in the way of positive ID.
What the hell is that?
Fuck if I know. Sounds like bodies, dropping like flies. Looks like it, too.
Shit. This is the absolution she promised? The holy redemption? Poisoning the Kool-Aid of all the chicken eaters?
Yep. Harsh. That priestess chick part of the body count?
Not that I can see. Damn it.
Applebee's gonna blame us for this.
Applebee's gonna have our asses over this. Hey, at least we got the book.
About that, Tony. It's not written in English. It's written in crazy.
Damn it. Applebee's gonna get us fired, isn't he?
Next issue. You're fired. So fired.
Thursday. I do not yet know what we're up against, but I believe I can at last comprehend its scale. This is more than I can handle alone, Caesar.
I got your back, partner. You know that.
I do, old friend, and I appreciate it immeasurably. But we need allies. And I believe it's time we expand our ranks, that we enlist the aid of another whose Epicurean acumen ranks among the extraordinary.
Not Tony Chu?
Regrettably, no.
An undeniably exceptional individual, but too constrained by his inflexible and obdurate allegiance to the letter of the law. No, not Anthony Chu. Someone more malleable. Not the Russian? Of course not. Out of the question. Also, he's Serbian, not Russian. Who the hell you talking about then, Wideload? Epilogue. Excuse me, Miss Chu. Good day, my dear. My name is Mason Savoy, Agent Mason Savoy. I'm a friend of your father's. Might I have a moment of your time? Apologies, child. End Chu, Book 4, Flambé.